Welcome to Art Quick Tips. I'm going to show you two different methods of underpainting that you can use to start a painting. So here I've got a quick sketch of an apple. It's not too representational of the picture, but it's close enough. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the layer that your drawing is on, put it to multiply. Going to create a new layer and then just put that layer underneath. So the first method is cell shading, so just select a red, make the brush nice and big, and you're just going to paint on the layer underneath. So just going to block this in. Yep, so we've got it blocked in. I'm just going to shift the color a bit. There you go. And what you're going to do is you're going to select the layer that the color is on, and you can either make a new layer above it and turn it to clipping mask. So for example, it might look like this. Clipping mask is right here, or you can create an alpha lock. So just to show you what both of those do, clipping mask, if I slightly shift the hue down to a cool color, also bring the color down a tiny bit, then I can go along this side and paint a shadow, and it paints inside the line or inside the block of color that I've done. So that's an example of clipping mask. Similarly, if I create an alpha lock on the layer that the color is already on, then I can paint on that layer and get the same sort of effect. So I'll use alpha lock in this example, but you can also use clipping mask to slowly progress it up rather than painting on the same layer. Gonna select the color, go warmer, go slightly up, and this is going to be our lighter side. So I'm imagining the direction of the light. And then you can just take a nice blending brush and you can just blend it in. Okay, now it's up to you how much you want to emphasize things. So I could actually make the shadow darker, can bring more saturation in, and then I can do highlight. So for highlight, go to the opposite end of the spectrum, make sure it's closer to like a whitish color. Yeah, I can do a highlight like that. Then all I need to do is create a layer underneath and do like a shadow shape. And you get the picture. There's our apple. It's up to you how much you want to go about modifying things from there. You can do a different method. So create a new layer underneath, and in this method we're going to create like a nice looking pattern with colors underneath which are opaque. So I'm going to take like a brownish color similar to the background, make the brush big and just block it in. Create another layer above. You can go slightly reddish. Create another layer. Add some green. And we're just creating like a nice color vibration to work from. Yeah, once you've got like a nice start, you can select this. Let's take this a bit more red. And this is just slowly building all the colors up. It's a bit more of a messier approach. So I can block in the red similar to the other one. Can take like a darker purple and use that as the shadow. And then blend that in. Just going to make this a bit more saturated. And likewise with the other one, it's up to you how much you want to emphasize things. So I'm really going to go into this shadow. Can go into the highlight or the lighter area. And then I can go on the highlight and do a similar thing. Create a highlight. Yeah, and so it really is up to you how much you want to push and pull things from there, but it gives you a nice place to start with your paintings. Okay, so with all that being said, happy painting.